it's Lauren at Hearth and Rome, and Ian and I have been mesmerized by all of the videos going around right now of Dalgona Coffee. So if you haven't heard of Dalgona Coffee or whipped coffee, it is all the rage right now. I believe that it started going around in South Korea, and I thought this would be a fun thing for us to try right now. One of our favorite things to do when we do get to Rome is to kind of go to different coffee shops in every city that we go to. And I know we both have had our favorites, but I thought this would be fun because it is from someplace different and we both love coffee and I need a cup. So let's get started. So to make this coffee, you only need to have a few different items on hand, which you might already have in your pantry right now. So you need water, milk of any kind, so it can be dairy milk, almond milk, whatever you'd like. You need sugar and instant coffee. So that's all that you need. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to need to do right now is boil our water. So let's go on over to the stove. Woo! So today we're going to be using equal parts of sugar, instant coffee, and water. So most people recommend doing 2 to 3 tablespoons of each for your 1 cup of coffee, but Ian and I are both going to be trying it today. So I just kind of put some water in the pot. We're going to go for 1/4 cup of each once this gets boiling here in a minute. Is this what they talk about when they say waiting for water to boil? It's never gonna boil. Waiting, waiting. Do you see the roots in my hair yet? We're still waiting forever. So for our instant coffee today, we're just using this Nescafe Classico. I've seen this on an end cap at Target every time we go for probably the past year. I've never bought it, but I've also heard a lot of people recommend when traveling, this is great to take along with you if you're going to a place where you don't know if you're going to have access to coffee right away. One time that happened to me when I traveled internationally and I got to the place I was going and there was no coffee to be found and I'd been up for like 30 hours at that point and I needed a cup. So I wish I would have had this then, but if you were just making a cup of coffee with it, you just use a teaspoon of this with 6 ounces of water and heat it up. So good to go if you're traveling as well. So our water is hot and we're ready to get going here in the mixer. So I have the whisk attachment on my mixer. I have 1/4 cup of water. I have 1/4 cup of sugar. And I have 1/4 cup of the instant coffee. And we're going to turn this on medium and let it go for a few minutes. So the important thing for this as you watch it, it's going to start to look a little bit frothy and lighter in color. You want it to start to have some peaks. Right now, it looks really, really dark. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer, and if you don't have a hand mixer, you can also use a whisk. So anything that you can get air into the coffee mixture with will help you make this work. They do say if you're using a whisk that it does take about 20 minutes of whisking. So I guess you can have arm day if you do that. So we've been going for about a minute now. The color's starting to lighten up just a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit bubbly, but we're still waiting. So we both like having iced coffee in the afternoon, so we put a few ice cubes inside these little cups here. These are so sweet. They were a wedding gift from Kelly at Karma and Kismet, and they say newly wed, and it looks like the old Imagineering logo, which is so cute. But we're going to go ahead and get that started, and you will pour your milk into the glass where it's almost full, but not quite. Okay, so our coffee is just about where we want it to be now. So I'll turn this off. Our coffee's right about where we want it to be now, so we'll go ahead and take the whisk off of the mixer, maybe, if I'm lucky. There we go. Ooh, this looks so good. So, then we'll go ahead and spoon this in to our coffee. So some people will drink this just as it is. I've read that some people will mix it together as well. We'll see what we do here. Oops. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. This is a bit more sugary of a drink than either of us typically drink. Also, I have read you can use any sort of sugar substitute that you would like as well, as long as it's granulated. So you could use Swerve or Splenda or Stevia as long as it's granulated. Our coffee is ready to go, but has a little bit of pixie dust on top. I'm going to tell you a secret that we love to do. We, in our family, we love having frothed milk on top of our coffee in the mornings, and we like to sprinkle some Nesquik on top. That's our secret, top secret with it. So I'm going to do a little teensy tiny bit of this on top of our coffee as well, just for a little extra fun. But we are ready to go. You ready for some coffee?
Sure.
Okay.
How do we do this thing?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, I think we just take a sip.
You may have to stir this.
I'm just gonna go for it.
Let's see. We'll both try it our own way and see what we like better.
Mine was a fail. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit.
That is strong coffee.
Strong coffee.
Strong coffee.
Let's try this again. Some strong coffee. Oh, that sip was good. I liked it then. Stir it up really good. Do you remember when we were in elementary school? That's a good idea. I was thinking of making tornadoes in soda bottles. Did you do that in elementary school? Did you do that in elementary school? That was like the thing for us. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. I like it when it's really stirred together.
Mm-hmm. Same.
You too?
I agree.
That first sip was rough.
I'm eating all your cookies.
That's okay.
It's good with cookies.
What do you say?
It's good with cookies.
It's good with cookies. I'll try this too. Mm-hmm.
So for all of our Weight Watchers friends, how many points is this?
This is a lot of points, as it is, because we use sugar. However, if you chose to use Splenda or Stevia or Swerve, you could probably make this for about 3 points. It would just be your milk or less. If you used almond milk or soy milk or cashew milk, it would be less points. So it would just be your milk at that point. So it is. I would totally recommend making it. It was fun to play with. It was easy. It was cheap, and it kind of made me feel like I was at a Starbucks right now, which I love. So I'm here for it. I think, no doubt.
You just keep talking. I'm just gonna keep drinking.
I think, no doubt, we'll be awake here for the next little bit. So drink up. Let us know if you try it. I want some coffee now. This is my first cup today.
Bye, everyone.